When you close your eyes at night, your body doesn't shut down. It begins one of the most powerful healing cycles nature ever designed. I'm Dr. Allison Ray, and today I want to show you how 3 simple dry fruits, the kind you probably already have in your kitchen, can help your eyes and your brain repair themselves while you sleep. If you've been noticing blurry vision, tired eyes, or that moment of forgetfulness that wasn't there before, stay with me. Because science now shows that what you eat in the final hour before bed can quietly restore clarity, focus, and energy overnight. This isn't a supplement. It's not a hack, it's nourishment. And once you understand how these nutrients work inside your body, you'll never look at your bedtime snack the same way again. Let's begin. Why eyes and brain repair at night. Most people assume that fading eyesight and a forgetful mind are just part of getting older. That your vision gets blurry, your recall gets slower, and there's nothing you can do about it. But that's not the full story, not even close. Your brain and your retina, the thin, light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye, are made of nearly identical tissue. Both are rich in delicate fatty membranes that depend on oxygen, antioxidants, and healthy fats to stay strong. They're 2 of the most energy-hungry organs in your entire body. Even though your brain makes up only about 2% of your total weight, it uses nearly 20% of your energy, and your retina, cell for cell, demands even more. Now here's where it gets fascinating. At night, while you're asleep, your body isn't shutting down, it's switching into repair mode. Your brain activates a powerful internal cleansing system called the glymphatic system. Think of it like a deep cleaning crew that moves through your brain, washing away toxins, metabolic waste, and damaged proteins, including beta amyloid, the same compound linked to Alzheimer's and age-related cognitive decline. At the same time, something remarkable is happening in your eyes. Your retina begins rebuilding its photoreceptor cells, the microscopic structures that capture light and send visual signals to your brain. These cells take a beating every single day from blue light, UV exposure, and oxidative stress. Nighttime is when they finally get the chance to repair themselves. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. This restoration process can only work if your body has the right raw materials in your bloodstream when you fall asleep. Without enough antioxidants, omega fats, and certain vitamins, the cleanup crew still shows up, but they have no tools to rebuild what's broken. The result? Incomplete repair, gradual vision loss, and slower mental performance over time. That's why what you eat before bed matters far more than most people realize. Those last few bites of food can either fuel your body's natural repair systems or leave them running on empty. The role of nighttime nutrition. Think of it like this. If a team of construction workers shows up at your house in the middle of the night to rebuild, but there's no wood, no steel, no tools, and no light, they can't get anything done. They'll stand around waiting for resources that never arrive. That's exactly what happens when you go to bed without the nutrients your brain and eyes depend on. The repair team, your cells, shows up, ready to work. But without raw materials like antioxidants, omega fats, and essential vitamins, the rebuilding can't happen. So instead of waking up refreshed, you wake up foggy, drained, and sometimes with that dull pressure behind your eyes or a heavy feeling in your head. Here's what most people miss. Your brain and retina are 2 of the most energy-hungry organs in the body. Even though they make up a tiny fraction of your total weight, together they burn through nearly a quarter of your daily energy. And they don't stop working when you sleep. In fact, that's when the cleanup and restoration go into overdrive. Every night, your brain flushes out damaged proteins and resets its electrical networks so you can think clearly the next morning. Your retina, which has been bombarded all day by light, screens, and oxidative stress, uses the darkness to rebuild its photoreceptor cells. It's an incredibly complex process, but it's also fragile. If you go to bed running on empty, those systems are forced to ration energy and skip parts of the repair cycle. Now imagine the difference when you give your body the right nighttime fuel. When you eat nutrient-rich foods before bed, you're essentially delivering a shipment of premium materials right before the night crew starts its shift. The antioxidants neutralize free radicals, omega fats rebuild cell membranes, and trace minerals assist in the production of melatonin and neurotransmitters. You're not just having a snack, you're preparing your brain and eyes for deep cellular restoration. And this is exactly where the three dry fruits we're about to discuss make a real difference. They're compact, powerful sources of the exact nutrients your brain and retina crave. Each one plays a unique role. One strengthens your vision, another fuels your memory, and the third stabilizes your energy so repair can happen smoothly through the night. When you learn to use them correctly, in the right combination, and at the right time, you transform your nighttime from passive rest into active renewal. Almonds, the vision protector. Almonds might look simple, just a small beige nut you've seen 1,000 times, but inside, they carry one of nature's most concentrated packages of eye protective nutrients. Each almond is rich in vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that acts as a powerful line of defense for your eyes. Vitamin E doesn't just float around in your system. It literally embeds itself in the delicate membranes of your retinal cells, forming a kind of microscopic shield. Every time your eyes are exposed to sunlight, screens, or even indoor lighting, they generate free radicals, unstable molecules that attack and damage those sensitive tissues. Vitamin E steps in and neutralizes them before they can cause harm. Think of it like a clear protective film over your camera lens. Without it, every bit of dust or light exposure leaves a scratch. With it, the lens stays clean and sharp. That's exactly how vitamin E helps preserve your visual clarity over time. But almonds don't stop there. They're also loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats, the kind that keep the tiniest blood vessels in your eyes open, elastic, and efficient. These microcapillaries are the delivery routes that bring oxygen and nutrients to your retina. When circulation is strong, the cells responsible for detecting light can repair and regenerate overnight. When it's poor, they starve and vision slowly fades. Studies back this up. Research published in the journal Ophthalmology found that people with higher vitamin E intake had up to 25% less risk of developing age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss after 60. That's not a small number. It's a real, measurable advantage you can give your eyes simply by adding a few almonds to your evening routine. Soak 6 to 8 almonds in water for at least 6 hours, ideally during the day, to soften them and remove natural enzyme inhibitors. Before eating, peel off the thin brown skin. That makes the nutrients more bioavailable and easier for your body to absorb. Eat them about 30 to 45 minutes before bed, giving your body time to begin digestion and circulate those antioxidants while you sleep. That small handful might seem trivial, but it's precision nutrition, a quiet act of prevention that feeds the retina exactly what it needs during its nightly regeneration cycle. Over weeks and months, that consistency adds up to sharper morning vision, less eye fatigue, and a level of protection your future self will thank you for. Walnuts, the brain's night fuel. If almonds are the shield, then walnuts are the fuel. And if you've ever looked closely at one, you've probably noticed they look just like a tiny brain with 2 hemispheres and delicate folds. Nature really does leave clues. Inside that small shell is one of the richest natural sources of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, known as ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. Your brain depends on these omega-3s to build soft, flexible cell membranes that allow neurons to send signals quickly and efficiently. When those membranes become stiff or inflamed from poor diet or stress, the brain's wiring slows down, memory weakens, focus drifts, and learning feels harder. Think of omega-3s as the oil that keeps your brain's electrical network running smoothly. Each night, when you sleep, your brain is actively reviewing and filing away the information you gathered during the day. That process is called memory consolidation. If your neurons are well-nourished and flexible, messages pass cleanly from one cell to another, allowing your memories to lock in without distortion. But walnuts don't stop there. They also contain melatonin, the natural sleep-regulating hormone that signals your brain it's time to rest and recover. This is what helps you fall into the deep stages of sleep, the phase where your brain performs its most powerful repair work. Deep sleep is when neurons detoxify, reconnect, and strengthen their pathways. Without enough melatonin, that restoration never fully happens, no matter how long you stay in bed. Walnuts also deliver polyphenol, antioxidants that calm inflammation inside the hippocampus, the memory control center of your brain. Lower inflammation means clearer thinking, better recall, and protection against age-related cognitive decline. And here's the best part, you don't need many. Just 2 to 3 walnut halves before bed provide everything your brain needs for this nightly tune-up. Eat them raw, not roasted, so the delicate oils stay intact and active. If you prefer, you can soak them for a few hours to make them easier to digest and to release even more nutrients. This tiny habit, a couple of walnuts before sleep, might seem simple, but it's one of the most effective ways to nourish your brain's natural rhythm, protect your memory, and wake up mentally sharper every single morning. Raisins, the steady energy source. Raisins often get overlooked. They seem too simple, too ordinary, yet they're one of nature's most concentrated sources of nourishment for your eyes and brain. These tiny dried grapes are packed with polyphenol and natural sugars that deliver something your body desperately needs at night: steady, balanced energy. Let me explain why that matters so much. While you sleep, your body rests, but your brain and your eyes do not. Your brain is busy storing memories, repairing neurons, and clearing out waste. Your retina, at the same time, is rebuilding the light-sensing cells that got worn down during the day. All that work requires energy, but not the kind of quick, unstable energy you get from sweets or processed snacks. It needs a slow, even fuel source that can last through the night without spiking and crashing your blood sugar. That's exactly what raisins provide. They release glucose gradually, thanks to their perfect balance of natural fruit sugars and fiber. This gives your brain and eyes a gentle, continuous flow of fuel, helping them stay active and effective through all stages of sleep. On top of that, the polyphenol and antioxidants in raisins act as guardians, neutralizing free radicals before they can damage delicate eye tissue or neurons. Think of them as little night shift protectors, keeping inflammation down and ensuring that your cells repair instead of deteriorate. Raisins also support microcirculation, the movement of blood through the smallest vessels that feed your eyes and brain. When that circulation is strong, oxygen and nutrients reach every cell that needs them, especially during deep sleep when regeneration peaks. So, when you eat just a small handful, about 5 to 7 raisins before bed, you're not snacking. You're fueling one of the most important maintenance cycles your body performs each day. Those few raisins create a smooth energy curve through the night, supporting focus, vision, and alertness when you wake up. Simple, natural, and remarkably effective. That's the quiet power of raisins. The nightly routine, here's your simple nightly protocol, a calm, restorative ritual you can begin tonight. It takes less than 5 minutes, but the impact it has on your brain and eyes builds over time like compound interest on your health. Step 1. Soak your almonds early. In the morning, place 6 to 8 almonds in a small glass of water and let them soak throughout the day. By evening, the skin will soften and the nuts will awaken, releasing their enzymes and unlocking nutrients your body can absorb more easily. When you peel and eat them before bed, those tiny kernels deliver vitamin E and magnesium straight into your bloodstream, helping your eyes recover from a full day of blue light exposure and oxidative stress. Step 2. Add your walnuts and raisins. Take 2 to 3 walnut halves and 5 to 7 raisins. This small, balanced portion is the perfect combination of healthy fats and gentle natural sugars. The walnuts feed your neurons with omega-3s and melatonin, preparing your brain for deep, restorative sleep. The raisins act as steady fuel, keeping your blood sugar level and ensuring your eyes and brain have continuous energy through the night. It's a beautiful harmony, 1 part nourishment, 1 part calm. Step 3. Time it right. Eat this trio 30 to 45 minutes before bed. That window allows digestion to begin so that, by the time you drift into deep sleep, those nutrients are already circulating in your bloodstream. If you eat too late, your body stays busy digesting instead of repairing. Too early, and the benefits taper off before midnight. Timing is subtle, but it matters. It's the difference between sleep and true recovery. Step 4. Support the process. Sip a small glass of warm water or caffeine-free herbal tea to help with circulation and nutrient transport. Then, dim the lights. Turn off your screens, lower the temperature a bit, and give your body the darkness it needs to release melatonin naturally. Think of it as clearing the stage so your inner repair crew can do its work without distraction. When you follow these simple steps, you're aligning your environment, your nutrition, and your biology. You're telling your body, it's time to heal now. This nightly ritual doesn't just support your retina, your neurons, and your sleep cycles, it creates a rhythm of renewal. Night after night, those small choices stack up into something extraordinary: sharper mornings, clearer vision, steadier focus, and a calmer mind ready to take on the next day. Your eyes and your brain don't truly age because of time, they age because of neglect. Because somewhere along the way, we stop giving them what they need. But the good news is repair is always possible. Your body was designed for renewal. Every cell in your eyes, every neuron in your brain carries the blueprint to heal if you simply give it the right conditions. So tonight, make a small promise to yourself. Not a diet, not a challenge, just a gentle ritual of care. A few soaked almonds, a couple of walnuts, a handful of raisins. It's simple, it's natural, and it works in harmony with what your body already knows how to do. Try it for 1 week and notice the difference. Notice how your mornings begin to feel lighter, how your focus lasts longer, how your vision feels clearer and less strained. These are not miracles, they're biology in balance. If this message spoke to you, if you felt that spark of curiosity or hope, tap like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves to see and think clearly again. Because aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean refinement, if you give your body the care it's been quietly asking for. Every night is a chance to heal, to rebuild, to grow stronger. And with the right nutrients, your body knows exactly how. I'm Dr. Allison Ray, and I'm here to help you see clearly, think clearly, and live fully at every age and every stage of life.